Hi, it's Maria, and this video is not going to be weight loss related in any manner. I have a secret that I want to tell. I'm going to out myself. This is a secret. There go the lights. This is a secret that I've had my entire life. Only my family knows about it, maybe some close friends, and I think recently I've kind of mentioned it to some coworkers. First, let me say that I grew up in a Christian home, because what I'm about to say goes against Christianity. I'm just gonna spit it out. I see dead people. I see dead people. I've seen dead people my whole life. As a kid, I used to hear them whispering to me. When I would see a spirit, I never actually saw their mouth move. But most of my childhood was spent with the cover pulled over my head because I was frightened. I didn't know who the heck was whispering to me. And a lot of the times I couldn't tell what they were saying. And I used to try to convey this to my parents, and they just thought I needed prayer. They thought something was wrong with me, or they didn't believe me. And I'm also psychic. I have psychic visions. I seriously, looks like there's a tornado outside. Oh crap. Anyway, I have visions of things that are going to happen, and they don't always happen. Sometimes they do, sometimes they're not exactly 100% on. Now, they're never vague to where I can just say them and you know, oh, you're gonna talk to somebody today, well, duh. And I'm talking about specifics, and most of the time my visions are, I'm the person that it happens to in my visions, so there's a problem there, because then I don't know who to tell. 90% of my visions are when something bad's going to happen or someone's going to get hurt. And in the past, when I've told people and it happened, they passed it off as coincidence, no matter how many times I was right. Sometimes it's me that's in the vision, and so I don't know who it's going to happen to, so I don't know who to warn, and then it happens, and then I say, oh, I knew that was going to happen. I had a vision, but of course it's after the fact, so they think I'm lying. And I've never tried to actually sit here and have visions on purpose, so I really don't know if I can. It was something I fought against and tried to shun as I was growing up, because I was taught that it was bad. The Bible talks about not going to fortune readers and stuff like that, so I was taught that psychic visions were wrong and not of God, and that if you died, you either went to heaven or hell. You didn't come back. There was no way people could come back, and that if you saw a spirit or a ghost, it was really a demon impersonating a ghost, so that you could just assume we could come back. Now, I have come across both, and I know when something's bad, and I know when it's just a spirit. And I am a Christian. I do love God. I have accepted Him into my heart. I believe in salvation, but I also can tell you that I've had this since I was born. I have prayed that if it is not of God, for Him to take it away. I have prayed that a lot of times, and it doesn't go away. And I'm getting a little emotional right now, because I know it's gonna bother some people that I claim to be a Christian, but have psychic visions and see spirits. But I promise you, I'm not a bad person, and this really does happen. And if you meet somebody else that claims they can see dead people, or they talk to dead people, or they have psychic visions, please just be open and be nice. It was so hard for me growing up that my parents didn't understand, and I was so confused. I had no help. I had nowhere to turn. There was nobody I could talk to about it, because I was automatically dismissed as evil or a liar. And that's why I wanted to come on here and make this video, just to give myself some peace about it. And I'm not going to fight it anymore. Over the years, I've learned how to turn it off and ignore, you know, the visions. But I don't want to do that anymore. That's who I am. I was born with this. It's supposed to be a gift, not a curse. And if somebody tells you that they had, you know, a dream that something's going to happen, it won't hurt you to be careful. You know, that's the one thing that was so frustrating about this is no one would believe me when I was trying to help them and say, you know, this might happen. And then it didn't happen because of my warning. And then they would come back and say, well, you lied, or you know, it's not true. You don't have psychic visions. And I'd be like, well, duh, I told you to stay away from that person. That's why it didn't happen. And, you know, or I told you not to go to that place and you didn't go because you were afraid, what if it was true? And then when nothing happens, you want to come back and get mad at me. But, you know, it really would have happened had they kept down that path. The spirits I saw when I was little, I didn't recognize them. I didn't know who anybody was. I spent most of my childhood with the covers pulled over my head because I was afraid. I didn't want to see anything. I didn't want to hear anything. Tried to block it out, and I didn't get much sleep as a child. And nobody ever told me, say hi, ask them what they want, you know, ask who it is, what do they need. Nobody ever told me any of that. I had no guidance. And so it was just something, especially with my parents sitting there telling me, you know, there's no such thing as ghosts. If you're seeing a ghost, it's a demon. That was really scary as a kid. And as I said, I've come across both. It's almost like I catch glimpses of the spirit world, and I can tell when something bad is there, and I can tell when it's just a spirit of someone who came back for whatever reason. And I'm sure there's things there that I don't see and I don't notice. You know, I go into people's houses all the time and I don't feel anything unless I try to tune in and see if I feel something. I have gone into homes that we were looking at before for rental and felt that there was something there. Not bad, just, you know, a spirit. And like this one house, I knew there was something there. I felt the spirit, and I felt it was a friendly spirit. And then as the guy was showing us the house, he explained that the person he bought it from was a friend of his who had died of cancer, and he had promised him he would take care of the house. Oh crap. Did y'all hear that? Lightning just hit something outside. Okay, I need to turn this off now because I'm getting scared. I don't like storms. I'm afraid of tornadoes. I have had psychic vision of somebody in the YouTube community, the weight loss community, and this person that I had the vision about it wasn't anything bad that was going to happen to them. It was actually good. And I debated with my husband whether to tell the person or not, because it was going to come to pass regardless, but at the time it would have helped for them to hear that because of some stuff that they were going through. And I didn't say anything to them. After all, I decided not to email them because they don't know me. I don't even think they're a subscriber of mine. I am subscribed to them, however, and I don't know them except from their videos. And don't ask me who it is because I'm not going to tell you. And anyway, I don't know. So yeah, I see dead people. I see spirits. I don't always know what they want because most of the time I try to tune it out. I don't like it. It's always been a burden rather than a blessing or a special ability or whatever. The same thing goes for the psychic visions. I don't know how to control them. I've never bothered to try. So when they come, they come. And they usually, I gotta say though, I have more visions when I'm sick. For some reason, I get like a lot of psychic vibes when I'm sick, and also every time that I was pregnant. So if you have any questions, I don't know what you would want to ask, but you know, maybe there's somebody watching this that has had experience with some of this before slightly, and you're curious, or it's happened to you once or twice and you know, you didn't want to tell anybody about it because you thought they would think you were nuts. You can talk to me about it. But anyway, my secret's out. I see dead people. I have psychic visions. I love Jesus. I'm not evil. I'm not bad. I was born with this. I prayed to God to take it away. He didn't, so obviously it's something he wants me to have. One of my children has it. My 15-year-old son, he sees dead people. He can also recognize evil things or whatever, and he has visions too. And so I am there for him if he wants to talk about it or whatever, you know. It's normal in my home. It's not unusual in our house to say, oh, I saw this or I heard that. it's an everyday occurrence almost. And that's it. I'll talk to you guys later. I'm not crazy, I promise.